everybody. So I just want to give a super big thank you to Creator Connect and tell everybody a little bit about it. So I had found this, through Instagram. I found them and started following them through some of my other followers a few months ago. And honestly, I thought the whole concept was just so awesome. It's basically, like an application, you can download on your phone. And it's artists from like just all over the place that, they have just a skill and they want to be able to offer it to other people. And then there's people from all over the place that maybe they really need something done, something artistic or, just something awesome they're looking for, and they can, put up their ad for it and both people win, which is really awesome. Just different ways to bring people from around the world together and to see people be able to creatively, achieve something through other people's visions is just, I think, just so incredible. So, I started following them, and then I was hoping, wasn't sure what I was going to do first. So with my Daughters Around the World Day approaching, basically it's really awesome. All the different classes get a different, country or state, and they, decorated and everything like that. So we got Iceland. So as soon as I heard that, I was really excited because I really wanted kind of like a life-size whale, which is pretty tough and extremely expensive if you were trying to find, off like some site, this huge, 6-foot long whale, like hundreds and hundreds of dollars. And it would be pretty, posterish and generic as well. And so I really wanted to find something, very unique and for the kids and just make them so excited about learning as well. So I was really excited to try the app out, and it was so super simple. I'm not really handy at all with when it comes to electronic stuff, so simple is awesome for me. So it was really easy to just download the app. I basically went online and just found like a few pictures of whales and kind of just put in a description, and I listed a little bit about my budget and what I wanted to work with, and thankfully, a few people responded and let me know, if they could or could not do anything. And I reached out to a few artists as well that I thought looked maybe possibly like they, drew or did stuff in that realm. And it was pretty easy. There's a way to message on the app, and you can then even, start a job, accept it. People get back and forth to you with, if they do, and just like the person I pick with then sent me a few, ideas and samples, and then we finalized everything. And the greatest part was I was a little stressed, like with time, trying to figure out like, oh my goodness, am I going to drive down to Miami and pick it up or things like that? And then all of a sudden they were like, oh, do you want us to just Uber it down to you? And I was like, oh my goodness, that is awesome. I didn't even like think that was something you could do. I've used like couriers and stuff like that for like, blueprints and things like that, but it's so expensive that I just didn't even think of the fact of Ubering it. So that was just so, like, honestly awesome. And then one of the other best parts was I got it, and I'm just expecting, like, oh, I would tape it up there or something like that, but it was a peel and stick. So like, as like those giant like fathead posters or something that people get online, and it's just like everybody else has the same thing. Like, now you have something that's unique, one of a kind, that like you possibly, like you designed, you came up with this, and now like you have this huge thing. So not only the greatest part is that like it's a peel and stick, so like you can possibly, tape to the back and then reuse it. That's what we did. We basically, I didn't, peel and stick. I taped to the back, take up the wall, and then I was able to tape it down. So I have the sticker part on so I can use for something else, which I'm not sure yet because I really like it. So I got, my like 5-foot long, like by 4-foot wide whale, and it looks so awesome. And one of the best parts, also like the person that did it for me, he's a student, going to art design school, and I thought that was like so awesome. It's like students helping students, and while it being for school and educational purposes as well, it was so great to be able to share with all the other teachers and parents how the system worked, and they too then can use it in the future. And I like that, the aspect is to show the kids, man, if you have an idea, how awesome it is to just take like, oh, I see something in my mind, I put it down on paper, and wow, like somebody printed it out. Like, you have that ability to just do so much. So it was an overall just like an awesome thing for the kids, and I really learned a lot. And I just think it's so great overall, like I said, just to bring so many people together. And I personally only really like discovered Instagram like 2 years ago, so I just and really started functioning with it, I would say a little over a year ago. And I just have found, like, in the past year, just how awesome it is just in South Florida. And I think it's so silly and yet cool, like when you find one person and then you're like, oh, I think that you're awesome, and then you like realize they know somebody else that you think is awesome. So I just think like the concept of bringing so many people together, and just making things happen, and hopefully, sounds cheesy, but ideally making the world a better place. Like people realizing if we all work together and just do things together, how amazing things could be. So I just want to give a special shout out and thank you to all the amazing people out there that are helping make Florida just awesome with your creativity. I visualize it, but I can't always get it on paper the way I want it to look. So it's people like you that help people like me make it happen and just get it out there for people to see. So the fact that like to be able to have an app and just make things accessible, I share a lot of people. I am in pain. Everything is challenging for me. So to be able for a mom, a disabled person, a person that's not savvy with electronics, to be able to download an app, have an idea, make it happen, and bring it to life it's really awesome. So I would recommend Creator Connect to everybody, honestly. It is super amazing. So